Hey everybody, Sam here.
And Angela, and welcome to our channel.
Welcome to the finish of the saga you're about to witness. There's some good life lessons ahead for you, some woulda, shoulda, coulda, ended up going to have to do it anyway.
Hindsight's 2020.
Always. But otherwise, let's jump into some fun out here at our greenhouse installing an outdoor frost-free hydrant.
Let's go.
Think I can reuse it? Might not want to risk it. I got it! Nobody cares. Alright, it took me a little bit of time, but I finally got that piece out of the hydrant, and that is great news all around. Angela asked me before we went to the store to get a couple of pieces of this project. She said, you know, do you think you'll be able to get that out of there? Should we just buy another yard hydrant? And I said, you know what? I am a man. Surely a piece of plastic won't beat me. So what I have to put in place on the bottom of this hydrant is a 3-inch long brass nipple. It's basically a pipe with threads on both ends. This is the middleman between the hydrant and then this piece, which is a 90-degree turn. It goes from threaded pipe connection to push to connect for our PEX water line. I'm gonna go ahead and use some of this great white pipe joint compound, also known as pipe dope. Cover up all the threads on here and tighten everything onto the hydrant first. That way, in theory, the only thing to do at the greenhouse is dig a hole, sink a T-post, place the hydrant, cut the pipe, press to fit the pipe, put it in place, attach the hydrant, pour rock. You guys will see it all here shortly. I kind of messed up the threads a little bit getting that other plastic one out, but it is all good. I need my monkey wrench. Where is it at? We're over here at the greenhouse now, and while I was working on getting the fitting out of the bottom of the hydrant, Angela dug a hole.
Yep, a redug hole, so it was a little bit easier. We have the water line coming up, and it is about 5 feet out of the ground over here. So I pretty much had to dig a big hole around it so we could get to the very bottom where it's still kind of flat to hook the hydrant up.
Yep. Out here where we live, the frost depth is like 12 inches max, so we don't have to dig things very, very deep, which is great. We love it. One of the reasons we love living here. So that means the hole didn't have to be super, super deep.
No.
All right, next step is to cut off the water, which we've already actually done, and to go ahead and cut the pipe, attach the hydrant, and do a handful of other things, but you guys are about to see that anyway. Elijah. Tilt it towards the greenhouse. Right there, hold on. Towards the greenhouse. I'll get back towards you. There you go. That's it. That was actually pretty easy. As Angela said, that's it. I said, yes, that's it. You gotta take it. when these projects happen and that's it, you learn to love it.
That's it.
Next thing to do is we always like to sink metal T-posts down in the ground next to the hydrants and then use stainless steel hose clamps to attach them to the T-posts. We found that gives a stronger insulation because you don't want to flex or stress out the pipe connection. The last thing you want is have to dig this thing back up. So before we start to fill any of the hole in, I'm going to hammer down this T-post right beside the hydrant. All right, check your height. Getting closer.
I'm really nervous to do this.
You need to take your turn.
I guess.
Check height. Oh, almost. You want to finish it out? We just gotta get it right below that little black ring.
Yeah.
All right.
Put my glasses on. Want me to do more?
Perfect.
So here's a look at the hose clamp that is going to hold it all together. So this is what it looks like. And this is when nothing works because people are watching you.
What you doing?
Playing.
What you got there? Sticks?
Mm-hmm. And a cool necklace. It's supposed to be an eye patch, but it showed to be an eye patch, but you cannot use it for like a necklace.
You're missing something in your mouth. What happened?
These tooth gone.
Lost both of them, huh?
Yep.
Awesome.
And this one I got from like the necklace. The necklace came with this, a pirate gun.
I think that's it.
Could you say that a little more, country?
I think that's it.
My farm store is feeding these chickens. And so here's like the feed that's inside. And I need to be careful. So like sometimes I get like some feed and pour it there so chickens doesn't really here. So they can't come up that hole. So I better be careful. And one time that happened, but I quickly closed the door. These what hold the thing closed. There. Well, I guess I get to do the honors of getting to turn on the hydrant for the first time. It looks good.
So we think we hear the sound of water hissing a little bit. We worked the hydrant back and forth a couple of times. Think it stopped, but Angel's walked to the road. She's looked at our water meter, and that is the dead easiest way to tell if water is leaking. If that meter is moving at all, we'll know this thing leaks. Off! Hey.
Hey, no, it's fully stopped.
Sweet. Must have just been a little bit of debris down there on the plunger.
Well, now that little bitty one is turning, but it's not turning like the big one.
No, the little bitty one, that's small flow rate. How fast is it turning?
It probably takes 3 seconds to go all the way around.
I wonder if there's anything in the house that's using water.
Shouldn't be. No dishes or laundry.
No,
because it's turning.
It's still going, or it's going faster.
Same rate.
Alright, well, I don't know what else to do with it tonight, so we'll just wait. We'll see. We may have to dig this whole thing back up.
Yeah, it must be like a slow leak because it's still not moved the big one very much.
Well, no, it shouldn't move at all. But okay.
I know.
Alright, bye. Well, hindsight would have been to check it for leaks before we buried it. Yep. So, that's all we're going to do for tonight. We'll just leave it, and this will, if nothing else, get us through the cold snap that's coming the next couple of days, and then we will dig this thing back up and figure out what the leak is from and fix it. Yay. What you guys are seeing is the #1 reason why it doesn't matter if you're at the end of the day, it's dark, you think you're done and great and you're the best plumber ever, you don't ever bury anything until you check for leaks. As you can see, our hydrant is leaking, and it's been a day or two, to be honestly, it's a day or two, so I'm hoping it's not as bad as it appears, but we've kind of got ourselves a little bit of a moat out here around our greenhouse. So we get to have the fun of digging it up and seeing exactly where it's leaking from. Hopefully it's an easy fix. It doesn't require us to buy a new hydrant. This is one that we brought from North Carolina over, so we did reuse it. I don't know. Let's just go ahead and start getting muddy and see exactly what's going on. Alright, pulling this metal up. That's what I used as a little footbridge the other day. Angela's itching to do the honors. Do you want me to put the wheelbarrow here? You put it in the wheelbarrow?
Well, I can put it back right here till we get to the gravel.
Okay.
Whoa, yeah, I don't have to, whoo!
There. Don't worry about if you dig the gravel up, that's fine. Let's just get down to downtown and see what's going on.
Can I have some more cookies?
Yeah. Thank you, Elijah.
Alright, ready for me to do some?
Yeah.
I've not turned on the hydrant, and that's the weep hole that's out there running water. That tells me there's got to be something with the foot valve on this hydrant. It's not sealing right or something. It's letting water come through, not enough pressure to come out the hydrant, but enough to spray out the weep hole. Looks like we might be getting ourselves a new hydrant today. I got to dig out a little bit more so we can actually pull this pipe up and really inspect it. But that's my first thought as far as what's going on. Alright, yeah, that's the hydrant, the foot valve.
We have a leak.
Alright, so we're at a crossroads here. Are we going to get the model number and information off this hydrant, go to the store, see if they have replacement parts? See that face? Or are we just going to go buy a new one? Now, okay, so there's the biggest thing about these, they're supposed to be serviceable, they're supposed to be fixable, you're supposed to buy parts for them. This model is not a good brand name. This is from Amazon. So my hopes that we're going to find parts at Lowe's or Home Depot, nah. So yeah, we'll just go buy a new one. At least the issue was within the pump itself. It wasn't an area that I damaged trying to get that piece of plastic out when we remember doing that a long time ago, it feels like. It wasn't that, it wasn't my plumbing connection, it was the pump itself let us down.
Was it really?
Not Sam.
Good job.
Alright, let's go to the store and we'll see you guys when we get back. We got a nice little water feature now.
I do.
It looks like my peeing in a hole at the greenhouse. Alright, hit them with some truth bombs. Educate them on what we got here.
We have a 3/4 inch incoming yard hydrant that we need to put 2 feet down. Well, here is our yard hydrant. It is made to go 2 feet deep, and all we have to do is unscrew that one over there, the bad one, off of the line and screw this one back on.
Yep, we hope that's all we need. This is an Everbuilt brand. It's what Home Depot sells in-house, and it's the parts Home Depot also sells in-house. So for us, this is good. Being frugal kind of bit us, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Of course, so did not checking for leaks before you bury stuff. Ah, all the lessons being learned. Hope you guys are taking notes. Alright, we're going to need to pry the shovel up because I don't want that brass valve to go down in that yuck water. I guess it goes without saying that we did turn off our water main. Otherwise, I'd be getting a face full right now. We've got everything hooked up, and Angela's walking up to the road to turn on the water meter. I'm going to wait to attach this to the T-post until we do our leak test. That way I can also pick it up out of the water. I can see if the PEX is leaking and really make sure everything's good before we take the next step. This is the hydrant draining out, and after a second or two here it should stop, and then we'll check for any leaks down below. Alright, we are all good. No leaks. Yippee skippy. It is fixed. It is newly installed hydrant and no leaks. I turned the camera off, but I washed it for a little while and we're good. Thank goodness. Now we've got some more gravel we bought at the store. We're going to fill in this hole and backfill it and call this thing done. Alright, we now have an adobe hydrant pad. Tennessee style. Wow, that was so much fun. I'm glad we tried to be resourceful and save money the first go around.
Well, at least it was a lot easier to dig up the second time, or I guess third, because it was wet. It was just a big sopping wet mess. But it did make it heavier because it was wet. But we didn't have to totally get all the water out of the hole since we were able to move the PEX pipe up and get to work on the hydrant. So
yeah, I guess all in all it wasn't terrible. I mean, we busted out the muck boots for this because it's muddy, and you know, our pants are muddy and stuff, but as far as plumbing in the mud, in the water can go, that wasn't bad at all.
nah.
I guess in hindsight, we probably should have, well, the only hindsight to this is we should have checked for leaks before we ever buried it. That would have told us that the pump or hydrant that we reused was bad. We would have known then. Although we would have been in a pickle because we couldn't go to the store and get parts. It was dark then. We had the whole water shut off to our entire property. So I don't know. It kind of is what it is. It's one of those things. Nothing's ever easy in life. All you can do is just try and make memories.
Well, guys, this is probably the last video before Christmas. And so if we don't see you again, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thanks for coming along as we got our hydrant put in and then re-put in. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time on the homestead.
See you guys.
Bye.
Now we're going to shoot an intro knowing what we're about to get into now. Who's over there? Me. Who's me? Well, come here, me. You can get some video of me. Hey, everybody. Whoop. Okay, I don't plan on talking to the camera. I plan. There's no telling what will happen, though. Hippity hoppity, winter's on its way. I caught it, but it broke the tripod.
Look at my lips!
Wah, 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 wah. Lip cam.
Let's see that again. It feels very doughboy.
What? Bloop. It's all the pressure from all the property coming down to here. I'm gonna turn it off. Okay. Most repairs can be done without digging. See instruction manual. Yeah, when you don't get a cheapo. Isn't it the same one we have the soap? Still rolling.